Yep. Now here is a, remember this picture? This is a picture of when Babylon came and took all of God's people and took them to a faraway land and put them in the jail. It was a sad, sad day. Now there was another prophet called Isaiah. We talked about Ezekiel. This is after Ezekiel died, then came Isaiah. Let me show you a picture of Isaiah. Here's a picture of Isaiah. Now he was, while God's people were in Babylon, that was when Isaiah was a prophet. But it was after Ezekiel was already gone. Now, Isaiah, let's look up close. Isaiah also had lots of visions from God, and God told Isaiah it's almost time for God's people to go back home. And so God told Isaiah, tell my people they're going to go home soon. Now this is a scroll, and this is Isaiah's writing. Do you see it? It got ripped because you know why? This is an old paper. So old that it got ripped and it started to maybe get a little dirty. They found it under the ground in a jar. But look at that writing. Now, can you understand that writing? That's because that writing is in Isaiah's language. And that's Isaiah's, when Isaiah had the visions, he wrote down on this paper what God showed him. Here's a vision that Isaiah had. Now, do you know what happened? He looked and he saw these angels and he saw God on a throne, and there was fire everywhere, and the angels were so loud that the temple was shaking. And Isaiah got really scared. Here's Isaiah's writing. And here's Isaiah right here. And he got really scared. He was like, no, I'm scared of the fire and the shaking. And then a little angel, you see that angel right there? He flew down and he touched Isaiah's tongue. You see Isaiah's opening his mouth? And that angel is going to touch his tongue to make his words all clean. Isaiah also had a vision of, who's this? Who's up here? Who do you see there? It's Jesus. Isaiah had a vision of Jesus. He had a vision of Jesus on the cross. Over here, he had a vision of Mary and the baby Jesus. See over here? He had a vision of the king right here, worshiping the baby Jesus right here. So Isaiah saw many things. No, that's a good king worshiping. Isaiah saw many things before they happened. God showed him in the visions what would happen. And God is going to talk to you about some things that would happen too. He wants to talk to you too, just like he talked to Isaiah. See, he saw that Mary was going to have a baby, and that it was going to be Jesus, and then he saw that Jesus over here, that Jesus was going to die on the cross. Now, here's a picture of Isaiah. Now, what's Isaiah pointing to? He's pointing to his mind, because God talks to us in our thinking. And God's talking to Isaiah in his thinking right there. Here's another picture of Isaiah. He's pointing to his thinking again, because God is talking to him in his thinking. Now, what do you see on his shoulder right there? Who is this over here? That's an angel talking to Isaiah, giving him a special message. Now, this is a scary picture. This was a vision that Isaiah had about Babylon. And if you look right over here, you can see Isaiah. He's reaching out his hand saying, no, no. Because what he saw was God was saying that Babylon was going to be destroyed. Do you see these rocks up here? They're all rocks and like broken and smashed. And if you look over here, you see even more smashed up rocks and a big pile of rocks. And these buildings are all falling down, and these birds are coming to eat the dead people. Because God said Babylon did not obey, and Babylon came and took all my people and put them in the jail. So God said Babylon is going to be destroyed. And then do you know what's going to happen? All of God's people get to go back home, and they don't have to be stuck in Babylon anymore. Here's Isaiah again. Here he is again. And God told him that God's people did not have to be scared that they would be stuck in Babylon, but that they would be able to go home because Babylon was going to be destroyed. And then he told Isaiah what's going to happen after Babylon is destroyed. There's going to be some years are going to pass, and then do you know who's going to come? This person right here. The baby Jesus will come, God told Isaiah, and he will grow to be a man, and he will die on a cross for all the sins of the people. That's what God told Isaiah hundreds of years before Jesus even came.